Say without a shadow of a doubt, it's the Cronkite Show in social media history. I want to welcome you to another episode of the War Zone. I got my man Donovan Sadiq in the building. The Queen, Demetra K, and Mr. Ho 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 himself, the 5-star general. Say, man, we're going to talk about what's the best gift to get your significant other.
It was December 24th on Hollis
Let's
out
go.
at the dark. When I see the man chilling with his dog at the park, I approached him very slowly with my heart.
Say, man, I want to welcome you to another episode of the War Zone and tell you thank you for tuning in. Because without you guys, we would not have a show. You're the best audience in the world. And you've been that for almost a whole year. So we definitely appreciate you good people for taking the time out to hang out with us. In the news today, I saw a good article about my man 50 Cent. You know, he been hanging around Houston for a little bit, and come to find out, 50 donated $850,000 worth of toys to the kids in different communities, and I applaud him for that. A lot of people give him flack for whatever, but he didn't have to do it, and he made Christmas a good thing for a bunch of needy kids in the city of Houston. What's going on, Donovan, my friend?
Well, welcome to the Friday. I'm sorry, not Friday. Gosh, it's Thursday edition of the War Zone. Hey, Merry Christmas to you guys that are into that stuff. I think it's a great time to get together with family and reflect on a year that has happened. It's been a hell of a year this year. But in the news, as we know, Donald Trump wants $2,000 yesterday, saying that he wanted $2,000, even though he should have said that, I guess, back in April when they were negotiating this. And Nancy Pelosi said, yes, let's do it. Let's do $2,000. And she said, we're going to put it to it's a certain procedural vote. Now, that procedural vote that she suggested, if she was serious about getting this thing passed through, the procedural vote that she suggested could be stopped by one person. So why would you use that procedure when you could have gone to another procedure that would have advanced what you want without any obstruction to it? So in checkers, she's not even playing checkers. She's playing tic-tac-toe, because you want the $2,000 for the people. If you want the people to get the $2,000, why would you use that procedure over other procedures that would be non-obstructive? So we really have to change the leadership in the Democratic Party. And by the way, average age of the leadership in the Democratic Party is 74 years old. Okay, 74 years old. You guys think about that. Do you think somebody who has just a freezer full of ice cream really cares if you get $2,000 or $600? The Democrats wanted you to have $600. But notice nobody gives Donald Trump credit for what he said yesterday. I'll make this real nice and short. Now, notice he called out all of the aid going to all of those foreign countries, all of the things, that money that was going out. Now, when you are in financial stress in your home, do you dip into your wallet and say, oh, I got to help Sam down the street. I got to help this person. I got to help that person. You don't do that. Donald Trump was like, look, the people are suffering and you guys got all this bullshit in this thing and you expect me to sign it. Now, I'm a military guy. He didn't even give us our raise, but I can understand where he's coming from. But yet, and I'm not a Donald Trump supporter, but the point is, you got to give it to him when he's right. You can't help other people if you can't even help yourself.
But they got 25 million. They got a raise.
And they both suck. Senate and the House, they both suck. And how you guys doing on this? I guess it's Christmas Eve. Forgive me, I'm a little bit removed from that whole experience. I don't partake, but I will say happy holidays and Merry Christmas and Kwanzaa and Hanukkah and, all of the above. Yeah, give it to us, Gary.
Happy Hanukkah.
whatever that may mean. Okay, somebody celebrates it somewhere, so all of that. So yes, it is the eve of all of that, and so hope you guys have a very great day tomorrow, and having a great evening right now with us. I know you guys will probably want to get to your eggnog and all of that, but you know we don't have anything to do, so we figure maybe you guys will join us in doing nothing. So we wanted to kind of lighten the mood today and get away from politics and just kind of talk about Christmas in general, and specifically. What I discussed with the guys before we came on here is, you know, what do you consider the gift that keeps on giving? And so to many people, it means many things, right? It could be something material. It can be something symbolic, or it could be nothing at all. I don't know. So we want to talk about what is the ultimate gift that keeps on giving. And you know, what if you have a significant other, or if you plan on getting one, what would you expect for them to get you? You know, like if that's your thing, right? If you celebrate Christmas and all that, what would you expect? But first, we want to talk about the gift that keeps on giving. So, Gary, I'll give it back to you.
Well, for the players in the building, man, the deck, wrap it, put a bow around it, and take you some Viagra, whatever, some shots of cognac, and put a hump in your back like a Halloween cat, and keep giving all holiday weekend.
Woo! That's like, wow, that you came out strong. You came out the gate like the winning racehorse there at the Kentucky Derby there. Yeah, all right. Well, you know, that's the gift that keeps on giving, but doesn't keep on giving without the Viagra, though.
Just make it do what it do.
Okay.
Left eye would say 2 inches or a yard, rock hard, or if it's sagging.
I don't remember them lyrics. I don't remember them lyrics at all. Donovan, what you got?
Well, I just want to just jump on top of that. I mean, you know, for a lot of brothers out there, especially you guys that are married, and some of you guys that are, you know, have been with your lady for a long time, and you're in a natural marriage, whatever. This is the time of year that you get your 15 minutes of fame without no complaint. I mean, you know, this was scheduled on the calendar. So yes, you know, this is something that you get. Christmas and your birthday, right? So you get your 15 minutes, she does her thing, whatever. But no, I think one of the gifts that you can always give, and I think is always valuable, is like we talk on the show. I know we're trying to lighten it up, but you know, a lot of people need to think about that. We got the COVID going on. Insurance is one of the things. And one thing that I did for a lot of my nephews and nieces is I went and bought stock and put stock, you know, for them and put it to the side, because I know that when they come of age, you know, if everything goes right, it'll be worth something, and it keeps giving if you get the right stock. So insurance and stock, I think that's the way to go.
I think insurance is a good way to go, man, especially if you don't have none. It's kind of inexpensive, especially if you got kids. I mean, you need to really think about that. And insurance can be generational if you do it the right way. So I just wanted to chime in on that.
And we're going to get to some of the comments in there and see what you guys say. For you guys is the gift that keeps on giving. Well, for me, the gift that keeps on giving is a stress-free girlfriend, fiance, whatever I am, fiance, auntie, mother, sister, daughter. Okay, and what I mean by that is, for me, not to have to stress about getting you something. Like, I don't want to do that. You know, imagine having to run around and Christmas shop, and I have to go to the grocery store, and people just have lost their minds. So I couldn't imagine being in the store trying to find stuff, and I got a large family, so it would just like stress me out. And so that's what I'm giving them. That's a gift that keeps on giving, a stress-free D. Also, as I told one of my nieces today, she sent, you know, us some gifts, very nice gifts. And I said, well, I'm giving you, as always, the gift of knowledge and truth, and you know, all of that. You can never have too much of that. That's a gift that keeps on giving. And so I guess, you know, it's a little bit of me being funny, and I'm not being cheap. For one, I don't participate in, you know, the whole, as I say, and forgive me if I'm stepping on some people's toes, the pagan holiday of Christmas is man-made. It's a commercial holiday. where they get us to get out there and, throw bowls to get the last, whatever it is, to make people happy for one day and, all of that. And so I just think that we should give gifts all year long, and it doesn't have to be material, now this is me being Scrooge. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to spend some money on you. You going to spend some money on me. Why don't we just both keep our money and just pretend we did it? Yes, I know, bah humbug, guys.
Well, no, I was going to say the gift of knowledge, man. I mean, you can never stop giving people knowledge. I mean, right now we need as much information as we can get. And you notice I said we, because I'm always seeking information to stay ahead of the game. Like I said last night, there's something major that's about to pop off with me. Some changes I got to make from a business perspective. So, the knowledge is the thing that's going to help us more than anything right now. You need knowledge, dealing with this rent stuff, with this mortgage stuff, with this pandemic. So I think at Christmas time this year, we should spend a lot of time communicating to prep ourselves for next year, because when we flip out of this year going into 21, ain't too much gonna change. Maybe it may get worse. So if you can give somebody the gift of knowledge, man, I mean, I think that'll go a long way.
And aside, how you doing, girl? I feel you. You say pagan or not, we still leaving Santa some milk and cookies. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And like I said, I'm not one of those people you'll see on the timeline, you crazy fools, you're worshiping, the pay. That's not me, because I feel like people should do what they want to do. I think people should mind the business that pays them, whatever that is. And if I don't celebrate, it's not my job to berate people and, Santa Claus ain't real, in case children are listening and all of that.
He ain't.
It's not my job to do that. So, to each his own. It's just since I pulled away from Christmas and everything with it, I just feel stress-free. I don't feel, to me, I think, just me personally, maybe I'm saying too much. There's always like a sense of guilt that goes along with it. Oh my gosh, if I don't get people something, they're going to think I'm a bad person. Oh, I got to go out there. And, Donovan and I talked earlier, and he says, the crazy part is a lot of people out there spending money, and they going to try to figure out how they're going to pay their rent next month. That's the crazy part, just to say they made somebody happy. But it's like, okay, the people that you bought those gifts for, are you going to be able to pass the hat and say, listen, I got a 3-day pay it quit. What you got on my rent? So I don't know. It's just, like I said, it's stress-free for me. So that's the gift that keeps on giving for me.
I think the gift of truth is another thing you should give, and start telling the truth about Christmas, man. I mean, I'm not Scrooge, but I ain't, my kids saw me buying gifts. I mean, what, Santa just started dropping off 18-wheelers in the hood in the last week or something? The kids got to stand outside a truck and get these gifts, man. Come on. Be real with them, man. Matter of fact, if you got some black in you, teach them the real, man, when it come to Kwanzaa, man. Teach them the real, man. I mean, I just think that we're so disconnected that we got to start telling the truth about everything, man. So, it's a hard truth. And, I still want you guys to enjoy your holiday. I got a lot of work to do, as usual, paperwork. So, just some things I'm working on, and I want to definitely be able to do that. But I'm the dude that do so much during the year that I don't feel I have to just take one day to say, here's something you already got that, homie. I mean, it gets so bad with me sometimes, I don't even know what to buy. So, I end up buying dogs and bicycles for grown people. And, it just gets to that point. But I just think, I'm so happy that I can see all of y'all tuning in, because y'all been riding with us. We've been riding with y'all. So the best gift that I got is we created a platform and we've all learned something from each other. We've all learned that we are so totally different, but yet we can agree to disagree some days. So I think you need to start telling them babies the truth, and because unless Santa got on a bullet train and was dropping stuff off in 18 wheelers, them kids ain't stupid.
Yeah, the funny thing is there's a song by an artist named Cam. He was down with Ice Cube back in the day. Remember the song Peace Treaty and Don't Trust Nobody? And, and he was and he still is a big Louis Farrakhan Nation of Islam member. He had a song called Holiday Madness. And back in 1994, I believe, I had heard that song when that album dropped off. And that's what did it for me. Because I was like, why am I out here fighting these people for all of this stuff and doing it every year consistently? And I'm not blaming anybody that wants to do it. But I know it's important for some people out there for their kids to have a good Christmas. And, God bless you if that's what you want to provide. But wouldn't you think that it'd be more important that your kid had a roof over their head versus toys that they can play with? Because if you don't have a house, you can't plug the PlayStation up and play it. I mean, yeah, you got some shelters, but guess what? If you've been watching the news, because everything is relative to this money thing that we keep talking about, and investing and insurance and all this other stuff. They said 9 million Americans have gone into poverty since this summer. I think it's even more than that, basically, but they're saying around 9 million Americans have gone into poverty. They were here, now they're there. So if we don't start looking at what is being done and what these people are doing to us, it's like we keep telling you guys that how much we love symbolism. We love the symbolism of Christmas. That's good and great, but Christmas is not going to pay my rent when my rent is due. Christmas, you buy all these toys, then in about a month or two, you're going to have to throw them to the side or give them away or put them at Nene's house until you can find a place to stay. We really got to get back into prioritizing what is important and what is real. There is nothing wrong with you telling your children the real. There is no Santa Claus. I'm your Santa Claus. All this morning, I've been dropping off gifts that I just accumulated, for the little kids. They get about 12 years old. I usually cut kids off at about 12. But dropping gifts off, right? Didn't wrap them. I don't wrap them. And especially when you have little kids, I get the noisiest toys I can find, and I give it and let the parents deal with the noise. But didn't wrap them. And so when I was dropping them off to some of my cousins and stuff, they're like, oh, you didn't get a chance to wrap them? I said, no, that's your problem. I keep it real. When the kid sees me give you this, they know it's from me, not no imaginary guy, no nothing. This is what I brought. Here you go. Have a nice day. So we really got to get back into doing that and paying attention to what they're doing to us. They are actually putting this shit in our face and saying, $600, good luck, and we're just cool with it. I can't wait till I get my $600. That is not going to save you, okay? We need to get back to prioritizing what we need to do. If you can give your kids and stuff a nice Christmas, hey, a nice Christmas is having that nice, tofu of food, getting together and just, seeing everybody alive. It is going to be a rough year coming up. So we really have to start prioritizing what is going to happen.
Go ahead, Gary.
That's 365 days in a year. I was born on February 10th. That's a special day to be. I really don't celebrate it because I got to deal with the other 364 days in a year. So for me to wake up every day, I am truly blessed because I know that I don't necessarily have to be here. And that's why I don't put significance on one day. I just don't do it. I learned that over the years. It's just not something that I am. And it's okay to be festive and show love for your family. But you got 364 other days you can do it too. So, don't forget about them 364. If you're doing it all year long, I guarantee you when it comes to this one, you'll have a different mind frame. So, um, make it through Christmas. But when New Year's come and 2021 flip in, man, it's gonna get real for a lot of us. It's gonna get real, man. And I think that you should be thankful if you have a roof over your head. If you're not homeless, you got something to eat. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm serious about that. So, for the ones that want to do it, man, enjoy yourself. But sooner or later, you're gonna have to start telling the truth about Christmas, about the Easter bunny, the groundhog. All of them is on some fakeness.
Yeah, and I think it's important too to teach your children the gift of giving. That's a gift, to teach your kids to stop, always wanting. I mean, it's nice to want to get things, but it's also good to teach your kids to give. That's a gift in and of itself. My little brother, Jeremiah, he and his family, they're going out to feed the homeless today. And his wife was like, we're teaching our children that it's not just about them. There's somebody out there who will not get any of the things that you'll get. So at the least we can do is go out there and feed people. They're taking food and toiletries, just a whole bunch of stuff, out there to people who, are basically on the street. And so I think that's a very good thing to teach your children, the gift of giving. But, I guess sometimes it's kind of hard, because you want to always be giving your kids stuff, but nothing wrong with that. And somebody said, I think it was Skip, and how you doing? You say, we go 9 months, and I'm paraphrasing, but I guess hustling and all of that. So there's nothing wrong with the Christmas spirit 3 months or a couple of months out of the year. Well, I'm with Gary and Donovan that you should have that spirit every day. Like, I'm one of those people, I don't get it. When people say I'm not in the mood, I'm just not, I don't feel good. I just got an attitude. Because you ask anybody who knows me, I'm even keel. I'm the same way. From morning, now I have my moments, don't get me wrong, but it's nothing major. But from morning to night, I have the same attitude. So I don't understand what people like, I'm just not feeling it right now. I'm just not in the mood. And, it's like, get in the mood. Get in the mood. Get a great attitude, and you'll feel better. But I mean, you should have the holiday spirit every day. It can't nothing be that bad, especially when you know somebody. Like nowadays you watch the news, you're not just hearing about one person dying, you're hearing about family members. Like in Los Angeles, there's this, they had a party, unfortunately, but it was three patriarchs of a family. A brother who was like 80, 89, and then his brother was 80 something, and then the other nephew and brother was 70. They all died like back to back. So I can have the holiday spirit every year when I can say that ain't me, or that I'm able to put my feet on the ground and Watusi my ass to my workout equipment and work out and, eat the foods I want and, have a roof over my, like that puts me in the holiday spirit. Seriously, that I'm not facing eviction, knock on wood, somebody, so how could you not be in the holiday spirit? What? So, like I said this to Al during Thanksgiving. I said, I don't think a lot of people are going to understand that there's some people are, like we're asking, well, what are we going to eat today? Now, what do you got a taste for? But there's somebody who said, are we going to eat today? And when I thought about that, I couldn't do nothing but jump around in circles, because there's a difference. What am I going to eat opposed to am I going to eat? And if you're not asking yourself, am I going to eat today? Are we going to get some food today? Then you should always have the spirit, the Christmas spirit, whatever that may be. Like I never understood, and I'm not saying this specifically about you, Skip, but I know people who just find a reason to be mad, a reason to complain. I mean, I've never understood that.
Well, I want to say this here. I want to get y'all in the Christmas spirit, especially if you're in Houston. And I want to get a gift for a good dude, and I see him leave it on the floor all the time. Can somebody make a call to Santa? I know he probably in the air right now with Rudolph and all them cats. and see if he can put a head football coach for an NFL team on the goddamn slate. Now, once he get down here to Houston to drop Eric Bieniemy off, why don't you slide on over there to the Compact Center and pick James Harden's selfish ass up and take him back to the North Pole with you? So, if you could do that, we'll all have a good Christmas up in Houston, man.
Man, well, you're asking for the same thing I've been asking for. We need a coach in Dallas. I mean, please get us in Dallas. But the good thing is the Lord looks at his team, and we're looking like getting into the playoffs with a 6-10 record. So if everything goes right, America's team will get into the playoffs. But yeah, if there is a Santa Claus, please deliver us a coach, maybe even a new owner, please.
That ain't gonna happen. Dallas ain't never really had a problem with the owner. They just ain't got a GM. When he fires himself from being a GM and Santa can deliver a GM to Dallas, they'll be okay. But down here in Houston, we need Eric Bieniemy. We don't need Marvin Lewis. You coach the Cincinnati Bengals, dude. We don't need that, man. Give Deshaun Watson the coach that he wants, an unselfish player that doesn't complain, stays in the community doing something, and it's scary because the last cat that was like that shipped him off to Arizona. So, if you can, Santa, put Eric Bieniemy on the sleigh, let him ride Rudolph. Let Rudolph nose shine. Get down here. Go over there to the Compact Center and pick up James Harden, ball hogging ass, and send him wherever he want to go.
Well, since we're asking for things that are unrealistic, does anybody know El DeBarge?
Tanisha, you got to knock off El DeBarge. The difference is yours is 6'3", 6'4". L is only 5'9".
Well, I'm 5'3", so.
And really, man, if Santa can, if he can get him a stretch slate, he can make a trip up to Washington, pick up Pelosi, Mitch O'Connell, Schumer. He pick up all of them, take them back to the North Pole, and turn them into some fucking L's so they can start giving shit away to the right people. Because you're giving our money away to the wrong countries.
So absolutely. So let's shift gears a little bit here. So for those of you who have a significant other, you may be maybe a significant other. I saw that Jonelle crazy. He says, "Let's not be a ho ho ho, no mo mo mo." I like that. So anyway, so for some people, they may have a significant other on the list. And Donovan, I did write Santa Claus about Pam Grier, but I don't know. She may be busy now. So he's going to let me know. But for those of you who do, us who do, I should say, what is a good gift to get your mate or your potential mate?
I got an answer to that. Ladies, I am sorry. I know, you guys got your different undergarments and stuff like that, but y'all do you know what's sexy? When y'all have matching bra and panties. I think you could never have enough of something like that. That is a great gift to give from a man giving to a woman, or if you're in a different situation or alternative lifestyle, still matching. My biggest turn off, and when you got the blue bra from Victoria's Secret, then you got the big bloomer, the red bloomers on or whatever those things are. It just doesn't match. It takes away from it. Get the nice black ones, and they match. I think that's a great gift to give. Who wouldn't appreciate that?
Well, I represent the hood. And if your gal grill messed up, get her a new grill, man. It ain't nothing like biting into the apple and biting the backside when you bit it from the front. Say, man, get your gal a new grill, man, in the hood, man. Not the grill for the car. Get her a grill for her mouth, man. Get her teeth fixed.
Somehow that's not where I was going with that, but okay. Y'all talk about matching draws and teeth and wow. And here I am. I'm thinking the ultimate gift to give your significant other is some peace. You know, a peace of mind. But y'all went all the way to left field.
Or get a piece.
Yeah, that too. You know, that's what you want out of life. Yeah, get you a piece. You know, some people together ain't had a piece or seen a piece in, you know, a long time. Some people getting that Mr. Roper treatment, you know, how when she
if you ain't gave me a piece in 364 days for Christmas, then you can know one thing: you ain't getting a goddamn thing.
Well, I'm gonna say this. You know, to me, go to Victoria's Secret or Bed and Bath and Beyond, get those nice lotions and stuff, and get you a nice little. You know, it's really kind of inexpensive, no more than $65, $85 at the most, maybe depending on what the package is. Get that, and brothers, throw in a DVD, or better yet, the Blu-ray copy of What's Love Got to Do with It. Put that in there, give it to her. You're gonna have a great year.
Get your gal some smell good. You know, some Bed and Bath and Beyond and all that. You know, because every now and then you don't want to be laying up next to nobody smelling like ivory soap all night.
well, just wow. So yeah, that's not quite where I was going. You guys throw some in the comment section what you guys are thinking about getting your other says get your girl some curtains. Really? Get your girl some curtains so she can take them sheets down. Wow.
I mean, either take the sheets down or get the foil paper out the window. You know how we do in the hood, man. They put foil paper in the window. They don't know nothing about no solar panels.
And while you BSing, I had some foil paper in my windows because the sun was like right inside my window. And somebody told me to put some foil paper up there and it worked like a charm. So hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, remember I told you that because in Alaska, when the sun is up 24/7, what you have to do is black out your bedroom. And that'd be the only room that's really dark where you would go to sleep. And that's how you would get some sleep up there because, I mean, that sun doesn't go down.
Let's dispel this rumor. Sharon Thomas, it's the thought that counts. I remember one Christmas, man, I'm trying to figure out what to get the wife. And I'm like, man, I'm going to get her this tennis bracelet, man. And I got a tennis bracelet and she worked at a Walgreens. And I'm like, okay, cool. I got that for her. Man, this girl pull out one of them watches from Walgreens and I done got ballistic. And I'm being honest with you, I put it in a pot and put some lighter fluid on it and burnt that motherfucker up. It ain't the thought that counts sometimes. Man, do for me like I do for you. And I think that was the last, and I'm telling you, I set it on fire and told her don't do it no more. Say, man, you got nothing but time on your hand. Man, you bought better gifts for your homegirl than you bought for me. So, you ain't getting away with that one.
I want to throw some advice especially for the younger brothers out there. Now, if you go and get you go to, you know, Frederick Jewelers or whatever, Zales, whatever you're doing, and you're going to get your girl a ring, okay? Then she opens the present, she sees the ring or the you know, the bracelet or whatever it is. And she wants that well, what's that piece of paper that quantifies it? It tells you what the carat is and stuff. You need to get you need to get you a new girl at that point, dog, because I'm telling you, you'll never satisfy that chick because it isn't the thought. You get a woman some jewelry and she asks for that authentication certificate. We're done. We're done.
Well, you know, it's all about where you buy the stuff from. You know, if you bought it from little JoJo around the corner because he had it in a box sitting on the hood of his car, you know you ain't getting no paperwork. So if you need some paperwork for it, man, write a note, put it in the box. I think this is a half a carat. Do it like that. I mean, you be good then.
And I'm going to say this to you fellas, and I'm going to throw a rock or two. If you getting your side piece a better gift than you getting your wife, you might not be shit.
Well, remember, you say sometimes they ain't getting none. They ain't getting it at home. They getting it somewhere else.
I'm just saying. But the gift that I could give, if that were to ever happen to me, is a pot of hot grits.
You trying to get the gift of going to the penitentiary. Because you're going to be up in there with them hot grits. See, me, I'm a sick man, so a woman put her hands on me. If you pluck me, you going to jail for Christmas. I'm going to make sure you and Rudolph and all y'all up in that jail, you put your hands on a sick man.
But Christmas, it's a great time. But the sad thing is, it's followed immediately by New Year's, and then after you brothers, especially, I'm speaking for the brothers especially. You go out and let's say you do give her that really nice gift, then she expects you to take her out for New Year's. I mean, it's like something's got to give. Something's got to give.
You can take us somewhere nice. Take it to a French restaurant, La Chez Pierre, McDonald's over there on Cullen in 610, and get you some French fries.
What the hell? Man, that's why I said just keep it simple. Give the gift that keeps on giving is some peace and some knowledge. Okay, we don't have to attach no monetary value to it, because we've all been in a situation where we've gotten somebody a really nice gift and we got a like a fruit basket or somewhere. What that fruit cake stuff they used to give, and so it's just
with the foot imprint in it that they passed off and stuff. Yeah.
Well, I think one of the best gifts you could get your mate right now is a pistol. Get you a pistol with an extra clip, some bullets. You never know when you might need that thing to protect that Christmas tree, because these jackals on the loose right now. They coming in the house whether you're there or not. So if you bought her a pistol, I think she'd be very, very appreciative of that. But the only thing I can tell you is when you get in that argument, just get in the car and leave. Because the first thing she gonna grab is that pistol. So be careful.
Steve, how you doing? Says he got some very good advice. He says, married men, stay home for Christmas, okay? Tell the side piece her day is usually like the 26th or so, maybe the 24th. There's some, not that I'm trying to tell you that's what to do, but stay home with your wife and do all of that, and then maybe you'll start getting a piece a little bit more often.
Well, I don't know, because see, when the grandbabies come over and all that other stuff, you don't have no damn peace. You're trying to get some. You remember late at night, you'd have to be like, oh, look, be quiet. The kids are in their sleep, and you can't do what you want to do. Some of y'all that be going to the casino, go to the casino, get you a nice little room, go do your little thing over in the casino, give her a little $5 voucher, and call it a day. Call it a day.
Man, look here, man. I'm not going to get no room, and I pay a mortgage note. You should have stayed your little ass at home, because you finna hear some strange noises, and don't come beating on the door, because ain't nobody going to open the door. And it is what it is and all that. Oh, we can't do it because the kids here. You got me fucked up. We going to do it regardless. They should have stayed their little ass at their house.
Wow. I'm learning a lot.
And in the hood, I meant to tell you, D, if you're going to do it big. Don't buy a $20 sack for your gal for Christmas. Just go on and get a whole ounce, man.
I'm learning a lot about y'all. A whole lot. It's better that y'all don't celebrate Christmas. Y'all just keep it, bah humbug style. That $5 coupon to the buffet Donovan was talking about. God.
Well, I mean, look, you get your comps. I mean, especially now, you ladies know what I'm talking about, especially y'all that go all the time. Y'all get those free comps and you never use those rooms. So this is the time you take those comps, go use that room. It's the man's 15 minutes twice a year. This is the only time he is guaranteed to get it without no complaints.
What's the second day?
His birthday.
I think, I mean, if you're gonna be romantic, pick days that are not earmarked on the calendar. Pick days. Find Kunta Kinte birthday and make it romantic. You feel what I'm saying? Bust a nut on Fred Hampton birthday. I mean, do something that ain't on the calendar, because everything on the calendar we already know. See, I'm just different. I just go outside the box. I mean, have you ever really thought about it? Have you ever really thought about having a romantic picnic on Marcus Garvey's birthday? Yeah, try that at work, man. Because they're going to be like, oh, I didn't know. I don't know if this is birthday either, but we're going to fuck it up today.
Woo, this conversation just jumped the track. Yeah. So yeah, what I was saying is, yeah, they are busting up. I saw Steve made a comment. I ain't gonna read it. He said something about turn up the TV, and I'm gonna leave off the rest of all of that. But yeah, to me, I just think, give the gift of peace. Not to a lot of people, peace means many things, and I think if you know your mate, you know what peace is. Maybe stop complaining as much. Maybe be appreciative sometimes. How about say thank you? Because I never tell you thank you. Thank you. Or I'm going to let you do you for 5 or 10, 20, 30 minutes, and without you hearing my mouth or any of that. Sometimes you just got to give people peace and space. That's what I like. I like peace and space, and I also like to give that peace and space.
Yeah, well, the give back is the thing. You could give back, you could throw it back. However it come back. Just do what you do. And I think the peace aspect of it is good, because if you deal with a bunch of drama all year long, just for one day, just let me be at peace. And I'm gonna tell you something. You can get a million miles ahead with me. Just give me my peace some days. If you can't do that much, then you're gonna have a problem out of me, man.
I'm just reading. Ron Trail said, I think this is a good idea if you got the money. He said, get your girl some real 100% human hair bundles. Now, now that's expensive, brother. But if she's worth it, go ahead and get it, and then pull it out come New Year's Eve or whatever you're gonna do with that. But yeah, but I think peace is a way to go. But let me ask you this question, Demetra. Can Black men and women be at peace? Because there's always an issue when it comes down to it, and the issue always surrounds finances and money. So can there ever really be a peace?
I say absolutely yes, there can be peace, and I know this is going to sound antiquated. Some people are going to get mad, but I think it really takes for people to know their roles. Now, I say that as a woman with 2 degrees, and I have my own income and all of that kind of stuff. But for me, knowing the roles is, and I'm just, spelling it out for me, I work from home, right? And my man, he goes out and works. So when he comes home, there needs to be food on the table. The house needs to be clean, and Gary, why you look like that? And I give him his space. I know he likes to watch football. Or listen, I don't watch football, but football is on Mondays, Sundays, Thursday night, and sometimes during the week because they have to cancel and reschedule and all of that. I know he likes to do that. So
we got games coming up Saturday.
All of that. Okay. So I don't be in his ear while he's trying to watch the game and decompress and all of that. And, to me, that's what he likes. He likes to be left alone so he can have his decompression time. And I'm cool with that. But I think that there can be peace. Like I said, if people would learn, maybe not roles, but position. Learn your position. Okay. Now, also, and from a woman's point of view, if you are complaining to your man about the same thing over and over and over again, the problem ain't him, is you. Because if he's not doing the things that you like, and I'm not saying he's a bad guy, but if he's not doing the things that you like, then you might need to reassess your position in his life and say, I'm continuously having to say these things for whatever reason. Maybe, this is not the relationship for me. Or you might need to ask yourself, am I doing too much? Am I doing too much? So I can't speak from a man's point of view. I can only speak from a woman's point of view. And Donovan's favorite person is Shahrazad Ali, says that the problem with Black women is that a lot of times we try to judge our Black men by the standards of white men. But white men and Black men don't have the same set of circumstances. And so while it would be nice, and I'm not saying this is not possible, for our men to go out into the workforce and, maybe not have some stress and all of that, the white man, he doesn't have the same things that ail him or ail the Black man. And so we need to look at the situation for what it is. But for me, I just think you need to allow people, this is very important for me, allow people to be themselves. Let them do them and you do you. And then when y'all get together, you do each other and you take it for whatever it means.
And you said a mouthful, because sometimes people don't understand the handcuffing aspect of it. Don't nobody want to be handcuffed every day, man. You want to be able to move around and do what the hell you got to do and not have to hear all the extra, because whatever you're going to do it regardless. You can't stop it. I learned that a long time ago. You can't stop it. But then, some days, you get a lot of flack for shit that you ain't doing. But then we end up at Christmas and we supposed to throw all that shit out the window. Well, I'm still pissed off from July. I'm still pissed off from July. So don't expect nothing more than a pair of socks from me, because I ain't going in the left field. And I've been dealing with your crazy ass for the last 6 months. Ain't gonna happen. And you can't have no peace with the record truck circling the house knowing you ain't paid that goddamn car note.
Yeah, that would stress a mofo out for sure. But yeah, I agree with you. Don't stress a person out all year long and then get to that one day of your birthday and then, expect peace. You should be practicing peace every day of the year. Now, of course, people have their moments and their issues. Like me personally, I'm not one to hold a grudge. I might get mad at something, but it's quick. It's not going to linger on all day long and then the next day and then a week. Because to me, that's too exhausting to be doing all of that. And I feel like, too, at a certain point in time, I'll be 50 in April. Don't tell nobody. I'll be 50. But I think when you get to a certain age, you should just evolve, right? Like life should be a learning experience. There's certain things you shouldn't want to do anymore. Again, like I said, if you're with somebody who you're always or whoever, they're not doing what you would like them to do, then you gotta reassess your position. I'm not telling you to leave them, but for me, I think communication is huge. I think when we get to a certain age in life, we should just be able to say what it is we need to say. Now, this is a good gift, communication, right? So I have a very good friend who, has had some infidelity issues. I'll say that much. And he's trying to work it out with his, kid's mom and all of that. And he's saying that she doesn't necessarily like to give him a piece when he wants a piece. And he says she knows that's my vice. It's the thing that I like more than anything else. Before I like water and air, I like sex. And she knows that it would drive me to want to get it elsewhere. And I said, well, have you just told her that? Have you just flat out said to her, listen, you know that I like sex, and if you don't give it to me, I'm going to go find it somewhere else. He goes, well, nah, I can't say all of that to her. So I said, you would rather just go behind her back and do it? I said, sometimes you got to let people know where they stand with you. I said, is it pretty? Is the truth pretty? No. But at least you give her the opportunity to say, well, wow, I didn't think about it that way. Or give her an opportunity to say, well, hell, go do you. But at least you tell her how you're feeling. And it's not a surprise to her when she goes through your phone and finds out that you were doing it anyway. Just be honest. Communicate that.
Well, that might be true. If she don't want to know, stay the hell out the phone. If you go looking for it, you're gonna find it. And matter of fact, if you knew you was handling your business, you wouldn't be looking. You probably wouldn't be looking if you knew you were doing what you were supposed to do on your side of the ball. So, I mean, when I say that to say this. If you know that you handling your business, you ain't finna be looking. You ain't finna be looking. But if you know you ain't handling your business, oh yeah, well you already know what it is then. So I think that's what it is on for me to there. Me, I ain't gonna tell you if I'm gonna get me some ass, I'm gonna just go get it. Cause I'm not finna be laying up here sexually deprived. If you wanna hold it, I'm not finna take it. You ain't gonna never get a rape case on me. But you better know damn well I'm gonna empty them somewhere.
Exactly. I have this old saying, and people say, Donovan, what is the key to a successful relationship? Well, in my opinion, the key to a successful relationship, find somebody as fucked up as you are and then make it work. Because how can you want, Mrs. Perfect and then you're not Mr. Perfect? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense how you want this girl that's like bang, bow, bing. And you look like, what's that guy, the director, bald-headed guy? You know what I'm talking about, Dimitri? He does all those mysteries and shit.
Black director?
Old dude. No, white guy.
Bill Do.
Bill
Do.
No. White guy. I
know you're talking about Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock. Yeah, you look like Alfred Hitchcock, but you want the banging chick. It's like, you got to be not equally. You got to look just as good as her. If you crazy, find you a crazy girl. Don't take these nice girls and turn them crazy. So, I mean, that's the best advice I'm going to give anybody when it comes to these relationships and moving forward and just having peace, because you have to be crazy to deal with crazy.
Yeah, I'm seeing some comments. Somebody saying I was handling my business. And, the nonsense still ensued. Well, cheating doesn't always have to be about you per se. I always feel like people who cheat for whatever reason they do it. It's not a reflection, like, because I had this conversation. It was a heated conversation with my sister, as a matter of fact, and she was like, "Well, I believe people can drive you to cheat." I said, "No, they can't. Nobody can drive you to cheat. You're always free to jump out of the damn car if you want to. Nobody's driving you to do it. You just say to the person that you're going to cheat on, I don't want to be with you anymore, or I'm getting ready to go cheat for A, B, and C, and D, whatever." But, I say that to say, because a lot of people who get cheated on, they, take it to heart. Oh, my gosh, what could I have done? What could I do better? This, that, and the other. But, you don't cheat on somebody that you truly care about. I mean, it's just not something you do because to cause that much pain, and we've all been cheated on, and we know how painful that is to do to somebody. But I say that because a lot of times people take it personally, like, oh, well, why would they do this to me? Had nothing to do with you. It was all about them. So it's like there'll never be a good reason as to why it was done. All the times that I was cheated on, the reasons that I've gotten, it didn't make me feel better, but I had to grow up and realize that wasn't about me. It was about them. They could have just left. So. Crickets. Yeah. So, I mean, I just think it's just, to me, I needed to say that because I know a lot of times people really internalize that. Why me? What did I do? I was this and I mean, hell, and I hate to keep throwing this up, but people talk about Beyonce. When did Beyonce get cheated on, and don't nobody have no hope. That's not true. We don't know all that was going on in their relationship, Yeah, Beyonce's cute and she's rich and all of that, but that ought to tell you it didn't have anything to do with her necessarily. It was on him. So I don't know. Right.
Well, I'm gonna say this, for this is the time of year where a lot of suicides happen and a lot of people do some weird stuff because they're alone and they start reflecting on their lives and stuff like that. I'm just going to tell it to our friends out there. This, if you're by yourself, go spend some time with family members. Go visit. Well, you might not want to visit because of the COVID, but FaceTime them or whatever you need to do. Your friends and family, and just don't spend the holidays alone, especially this year, because it's been such a negative year. I'm just getting sick and tired of people just blowing their brains out or dying of the COVID. I mean, there's so much death around us. I'm going to strongly recommend everybody out there, reach out to somebody and just spend some time with them. If it has to be via phone, do it via phone. If you got the family, do the drive-by thing, whatever you're going to do. But, just get out and talk to some folks, because, some people, especially when it comes to people who are at the bottom of the economic scale and this democratic freedom that we have, freedom to be poor, freedom to be dead, all that other stuff. You look at your situation and you just say, you know what, it ain't worth it, at this point. And then you just say, I'm just done. I can't go any farther, whatever. I just want to tell everybody, don't give up. Go, hang out with somebody. You got friends, you got people. If you can't be family, go look at some of those partners that are on the side. Remember back in the day where there was always those brothers on the corner singing? Go hang out with them if you need to go hang out and go sing with them. I mean, there's going to be a brighter day. I don't know when, but there's going to be a brighter day when we stop doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. So, I just want to put that out there because, me, myself, I'm by myself, but I get out and I just go and visit with people. So, just nothing's that bad yet.
Hey, if you sitting there on this panel and if you sitting there making comments, it really ain't that bad. It really ain't that bad, man. If you sitting there making comments, adopt a pet, Zoom, the new normal, Jefferson, MEL, shit, I'm going to bed real happy tonight. It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. I mean, love yourself. You can't make people love you. You can't make people understand you. And at the end of the day, you are who you are. And I tell people it's something crazy like Al and Dimitri. I would give them these words of advice. Al, ain't nobody gonna put up with your shit like Dimitri, and ain't nobody gonna put up with Al, with Dimitri shit like Al. You know where you are, you know what you're dealing with, so handle it. Just deal with it. Ain't no relationship perfect. The nigga was a pimp when you met him. And if he cheated on you and you took him back, what the fuck is you complaining about because he done cheated 4-5 times? You already knew. So if you sitting around playing with your jingle bells tonight by yourself, then just be happy about being able to do it. Because you could have been in a box. You could have had a ventilator, been on a ventilator with a tube stuck down your damn throat in somebody's hospital. I'm fighting the health issues. I could have been in a hospital tonight, but I'm not. So do you think I give a damn about feeling bad? No. When I wake up, I feel good. I got days where my body doesn't respond when I wake up. But once that motor kick in, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. And ain't nothing going to slow me down and have me stop enjoying life the way that I enjoy life. And I think that's what we need to focus on more. Just enjoying life, loving ourselves. If the person you with and you not with them no more, you can't love each other, then love your goddamn self. And be done with it. And that's what it is. I don't wake up trying to make friends. I just try to wake up. And if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, I'm gonna wake up. It is what it is, man. And for those like Jefferson, she says she having a great night, got her fiance. Man, go fuck up the whole bedroom. If I'm with somebody, why the fuck am I watching this? I should be tearing the walls down. I don't need to be having no conversation. Say, man, go enjoy yourself. If you want to drink, you drink. if you want to Zoom and talk to your people on the computer, whatever makes you happy, brother. Sisters, whatever make you happy. But there is no more happiness in the world when you can flat out love yourself unconditionally.
And if you're looking for somebody else to supply your happiness, you will always be sad. Happiness has to start with you first, and everybody else is just a happiness enhancement. You know, there's people who make you happier, but you gotta, the happy has to start with you. And that's just the way it is. My mom used to always say, set your expectations low, especially when it comes to people. But you gotta be happy yourself. And I would say this, Gary, you know, you hit the nail on the head. If you know you with somebody who has a propensity to cheat, if you ain't gonna leave, let them cheat in peace. Just leave them alone. Leave them alone. If you ain't gonna bust a grape, let them cheat in peace. You know that when they say they going to the store and they've been going to the store a little too long. No, they'll probably come back tomorrow, or they gonna come back a little later on. If you see your man taking his phone into the bathroom, and you know, as they used to do with the pager walking around on the boxers all day long, you know he's cheating. But don't say nothing, because you're putting up with it. Like, why stress yourself and that man out? You know he's doing that. He's been doing it. Leave him alone, or her alone, because there's men who are putting up with the same thing on the opposite end. Let them cheat in peace. And when they come back to the house, y'all have y'all thing. And then when he or she goes back out, just know what he or she is doing. I would say protect yourself, because that person is probably going to bring you back something you don't want and can't get rid of. But if you're not going to bounce, get off the pot, or, you know, throw their hefty bags on the line, or whatever it is you need to do, let them cheat in peace. Honestly, say, get your blood pressure down.
Well, I want to give Jefferson a Christmas present. She say we both watching because we enjoyed Demetri and Donovan. And I want to tell you, thank you for watching Demetri and Donovan, because I sit here every night, and if you don't like me, I don't give a fuck. But I know you actually do. So if you don't like me, get in line. That motherfucker stretch around the corner, because I'm going to be me 24/7. And Merry Christmas to y'all. Now go fuck up some headboards.
Nothing. Everybody's got their vice. Like I said, I'm going to go and pull out a couple of thousand, throw it on the bed, roll in it, make myself, you know, feel good. I mean, you know, to some people that's their vice. And I'm going to look at my stocks. I'm going to look at my bonds, and find something that's going to, you know, to get me through these holidays, because I know when the new year comes, we are going to be in trouble. And you know what's really scary about we're going to be in trouble is the fact that white people are afraid that they're in trouble. So when white people say they're in trouble, it can't be good for us. And I'm not saying all of us in general. I'm just saying as a whole, if they're not making it and they're ahead of us, it's not going to look good. But I'm going to be optimistic and hope for the best.
Final thoughts, Ms. Demetri?
I'm going to leave my final thoughts with Miss Lisa Starr. How you doing? She says, got to do your vision board 2021. New president and vice president. Okay. Well, I'm going to just go with the first the first part of it. Yes, a vision board. I do a vision board every year, and a vision board is basically just put, you know, what you want to happen in your life, the new year, whatever, something you envision happening, something good, whether it's a house, a car, a new man, a new woman, whatever it is. Put that vision board before you, so it's somewhere you can see it every day, and it'll keep you focused on the things that you want, and it'll help you, you know, move forward to getting those things, and set some good goals. If you already have goals, maybe you need to tweak them a little bit for the new year, whatever. But yes, I always do a vision board, and I put the things that I want to happen in the new year on there, and also do affirmations. I do affirmations often, you know, to remind myself that maybe, you know, I'm not a millionaire yet, but I am going to be a millionaire. So yeah, I love a vision board. Do that. That'll help you remain positive, and looking forward to the future.
Final thoughts, Mr. Donovan?
I'm going to give my final thoughts to our homegirl, Tisha K. She says, Donovan, you're comfortable with yourself. A lot of people are not. That's the issue, in my opinion. And she's absolutely right. You have to love yourself before you can love anybody else. You got to have, money in the bank before you can pay any bill. So that's the key. I'm gonna leave it right there. I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if you're into that stuff. Happy holidays, whatever you want to call it, and just be safe out there. Not only because of the Rona, but don't drink and drive. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you hear that happens this time of year. So just be very, very careful. And you guys, we're gonna go into the new year ready to go and inform you guys to keep checking in with the New Black Media, because there's still a lot of justice that needs to be taken care of that was not taken care of in 2020 in regards to Black people.
I want to say, man, it's been a hell of a year. That's all I can say. I had no clue that starting 2020 that we'd face some of the obstacles that we faced. But I think that we've done a hell of a job dealing with the stuff that we've had to deal with this year. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that all of y'all that started with us still here. Not because, we need you to tune in, but because you're still breathing. And that's more important to me than anything. As far as me, I don't do a vision board. I kind of know what I got to do. I got to have a couple of surgeries and get my body back to normal. I got to build my brand. I got to take care of some things on a business level, and I got to live life. I got to get ready to go and do a lot of the stuff that I planned on doing, and it takes time, and I'm gonna get it done because I don't know how to stop. But I tell you what, you need some Christmas music in your life, and I'm gonna leave you with some good Christmas music, man. And with that being said, take this song and run with it, and tonight make it do what it do, man.
What about
You
now?
feel
We got
me?
a group coming out is my personal favorite. These cats have the hottest selling 8-track of all times. Please, if you will, put your hands
So
together.
for Christmas,
Dick M down
for
and
for
Tin
New
Can.
Year's, let this be your theme song. That's what you need to be doing, man. The hottest show in social media history. I want to thank my good friend Donovan Sadiq, the Queen Demetra K, and I'm 5-star.
Check it out, you need dick in your life. Come on, you need dick in your life. That's what you need, girl.
Go get you some of that Christmas stuff. Until Monday. We'll holler at you.